Welcome back to our site in Markham, Ontario, where we're building 2 uber luxury custom homes. We finished the core slab install and are now commencing the framing of the first floor system. As you can see, there is a flurry of activity, installing and welding steel, as well as installing the first floor joists and the plywood. This is a crucial part of the framing portion of the build, as we need to ensure the house is squared properly, as well as the floor perfectly leveled prior to the installation of any walls. And this needs to get done prior to even thinking about framing the first floor wall system. All that extra glue helps to ensure that the floor is not squeaking once the client moves in. And to even further help to prevent that squeaking noise, we screw in all the plywood to the floor joist, not just nailing it in. This is done after all the framing has been completed.
So the past few days was spent installing the rebars for the various suspended concrete slabs at the front and rear porch area. In order to have a proper mechanical connection with the rebar and the rest of the foundation wall structure, we weld it to the steel beams and tie it to the embedded rebars that has been installed in the foundation walls at the time of pouring them. We are now pouring the concrete and leveling it. Due to the heat, we need to keep sprinkling it with water so it has time to properly cure and not dry too fast or it will crack.
It's been an amazing last couple of weeks. You saw how we installed our framed first floor system and finished it off with the suspended concrete slab pours. Finally, the day has come that we start framing the main floor walls. We've got 12-foot tall main floor and 12-foot tall second floor ceilings. As such, when we're framing the walls on the floor system, we need to frame them in smaller units so as to allow us to lift them in the conventional manual method. With a view of speeding up productivity and for safety in the garage ramp areas, we use the crane to help us put the framed walls into position. As we're placing the walls into position, constant checking and rechecking to ensure that the walls are plumb and level and properly secured prior to the installation of the next portion of wall. The main floor wall installation is coming along great. We're almost finished the garage ramp walls and strategizing for the installation of the balance of the main floor walls. In order to do so, we need to be installing various steel structure components in between. Steel columns and more steel beams so that the walls are attached to them as the build progresses. Lots of communication with everyone on site is crucial, as we've got 16 guys working, doing various parts of the install, so coordination to keep the project flowing smoothly is always being planned many sections at a time, well prior to them being installed. See you at the second floor framing stage.